There's something funny about getting older. When we're young, we race through life. We chase careers, raise families, and worry about everything from bills to birthdays. And in all that rushing, we barely notice the fine lines sneaking onto our faces or the strands of silver threading into our hair. But one morning, sometimes in your 50s, sometimes later, you look into the mirror and realize time has left its mark. And it can be a hard thing to accept. But here's a little wisdom I've learned, both from my own life and from women who've lived long, full, meaningful lives. Looking younger is never about erasing years. It's about nurturing the glow, strength, and grace that was always there. I once knew a woman named Clara. She lived 2 doors down from me for nearly 20 years. She was in her late 70s when I met her, but she had this rare, magnetic presence. Her skin had a softness and a glow to it that women half her age admired. Her hair, though touched with gray, always looked full and healthy. One day over coffee, I asked her what her secret was. She smiled, leaned back in her chair, and said, "The secret isn't in expensive creams or fancy makeup. It's in what you feed your body, and more importantly, what you feed your mind." Clara believed beauty was the result of a lifelong conversation between your heart, your habits, and the quiet things you do every day for yourself. And part of her wisdom was rooted in 3 simple nutrients, vitamins, that kept her body and mind sharp and her spirit full of life. These aren't new discoveries, and they aren't sold in miracle bottles on television. But the way Clara used them, thoughtfully, consistently, and with self-respect, changed how she aged. And that's what I want to share with you today. Because aging is not a curse. It's a privilege. And if you've reached this stage in life, you've earned the right to feel beautiful and vibrant, no matter what the calendar says. In this series, I'll walk you through Clara's 3 essential vitamins, not with empty promises, but with stories, science, and the quiet wisdom passed down from women like her. These 3 vitamins don't just touch the skin. They nourish the heart, lift the spirit, and unlock the quiet kind of beauty that doesn't fade with time. So before we dive into the first one, let me ask you, when was the last time you did something simple but meaningful for yourself? Sometimes, the first step toward looking younger isn't a cream or a cosmetic. It's a moment of self-care. A pause. A quiet decision to honor your body as the home it's always been. As we age, our bodies go through remarkable changes. We become more in tune with our own needs, learning that true beauty, the kind that lasts, is not something you can paint over with makeup or hide with the latest anti-aging trend. It's a deeper kind of beauty, one that comes from understanding the needs of your body and giving it the care it deserves. And for Clara, one of the most important lessons she shared with me was the power of vitamin C. I remember one afternoon we were sitting on her porch, watching the sun slowly dip behind the trees. I asked her why she always seemed so vibrant, despite her age. Without missing a beat, she told me, "I learned a long time ago that to age gracefully, you must start by nourishing your skin from the inside out." Clara wasn't just talking about the surface of the skin. She was talking about a deeper, cellular nourishment. Vitamin C, she explained, is a powerful antioxidant. It helps repair and protect the skin, reducing the damage caused by free radicals. And as we age, we all know how this damage can add up. The more free radicals in the body, the more visible signs of aging we see: wrinkles, fine lines, and sagging skin. But what Clara shared with me that day wasn't just about preventing those signs of aging. It was about restoring vitality from within. She had found that vitamin C, when taken consistently, helped her skin maintain its youthful glow, and she felt more energized and alive. I remember her telling me, "When you give your body what it needs, it responds with a radiance that no beauty product can mimic." She was right. As we age, our bodies produce less collagen, the protein that keeps our skin firm and smooth. Vitamin C is essential for collagen production. Without it, our skin begins to lose its elasticity and wrinkles start to form. But when we make sure we're getting enough vitamin C, we can slow down that process, keeping our skin plump and radiant for much longer. I began to see the difference in Clara as I spent more time with her. She wasn't just aging gracefully. She was defying the typical signs of aging that many people expect, even at her age. Her skin remained soft, her face full of life, and her energy never waned. And here's the best part. Vitamin C isn't just for your skin. It supports your immune system, aids in wound healing, and helps you fight off the illnesses that become more common as we grow older. But its most visible benefit is its ability to brighten and even out skin tone, reducing the appearance of age spots and discoloration. Clara's secret wasn't just in a bottle. It was in making sure she got the right nutrients every single day. Clara told me she used natural sources of vitamin C, like citrus fruits, bell peppers, and dark leafy greens, and, if necessary, would supplement to make sure she was meeting her body's needs. And you know what? There's something beautiful about doing something as simple as enjoying an orange in the morning or adding spinach to your salad. It's a quiet act of self-love, taking the time to nourish your body in the way it truly deserves. Now, you might be wondering, how can you bring this wisdom into your life today? It's simple. Start with small, mindful changes. Add a handful of berries to your breakfast. Drink a glass of fresh juice. Take a quiet moment each day to focus on nourishing yourself, not just with what you put on your skin, but with what you put into your body. You'll be surprised how these little changes, done consistently, make all the difference. In Part 3, we'll discover the second secret that helped Clara preserve her timeless beauty and youthful energy. I think you'll find it just as transformative as vitamin C. You've heard the saying, you can't pour from an empty cup. As we age, it becomes more important than ever to take care of ourselves, not just in small ways, but in the deeper, foundational things that keep us grounded, strong, and ready to take on each new day. And one of the most important lessons I learned from Clara, one that I carry with me to this day, is the power of vitamin D. It was a rainy afternoon, and Clara invited me over to her house for a cup of tea. The weather outside was dreary, and as we sat by the window, I couldn't help but notice how her demeanor had this quiet strength, like she had an inner reservoir of energy that never ran dry, even as the years passed. We talked about everything: family, friends, memories, and eventually the topic turned to health. She explained to me that as we age, one of the most crucial nutrients we need is vitamin D. Vitamin D, she said, is the sunshine vitamin. It's what gives you the strength to stand tall, move gracefully, and feel energized. But it's also about so much more than that. It's the secret that helps maintain bone density, boosts immunity, and keeps you mentally sharp. At the time, I didn't realize how powerful her words were. But looking back now, I understand fully. Vitamin D is a vital nutrient that we often don't get enough of, especially as we get older. Our bodies rely on it to absorb calcium, which is crucial for maintaining strong, healthy bones. As we age, bone density decreases, and without enough vitamin D, that process accelerates. But Clara, who was living proof of the power of this vitamin, made it a point to spend time outdoors, even if it was just for a walk around the block or sitting in the sun on her porch for a while. She explained to me that it wasn't just the vitamin itself. It was the ritual of taking time for herself each day, allowing her body to soak in the natural sunlight, and giving her mind a moment of peace. It was a simple, grounding practice that brought her strength, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. Vitamin D is also closely tied to mood regulation. It helps our bodies produce serotonin, the feel-good hormone. And as we age, it's easy for our mood to dip. We experience changes in our routine, sometimes feel disconnected from those around us, and the weight of life's challenges can feel heavier. But when Clara spent time in the sun, even on those overcast days, she found that her energy improved. Her mood lifted. She felt rejuvenated, not just in her body, but in her spirit. You see, vitamin D isn't just about strong bones. It's about strength in your entire being. It's about your heart, your mind, and your soul. When you nourish your body with the proper levels of vitamin D, you feel more grounded. You feel more capable of embracing each day with purpose and joy. And there's something truly special about taking a moment to step outside, breathe in the fresh air, and allow the sunlight to bathe your skin. It's a simple act that reminds us of the power of nature, of our connection to the world around us, and how we can still be full of life, even as we grow older. For Clara, it wasn't about relying on artificial supplements to feel strong. It was about being intentional with her time, soaking in the natural resources that were available to her, and making sure that each day she felt connected to the earth, to the sun, and to herself. If you're not already getting outside regularly, it's time to make it a priority. Whether it's sitting in the sunlight for a few minutes each day, going for a walk, or simply standing in the warmth of the sun for a while, it's these small moments of connection with nature that add up to a world of difference in your health and happiness. In Part 4, we'll reveal the final secret, the vitamin that Clara believed was the key to maintaining youthful skin, energy, and a spirit that never waned, no matter how many birthdays came her way. I promise you won't want to miss it. As I sit back and think about all that Clara taught me, there's one final piece to the puzzle that I can't overlook. It's the secret she swore by, the one that kept her skin smooth, youthful, and radiant long after many of her peers had started showing the typical signs of aging. And that secret, my friends, is vitamin E. It was a quiet morning when I sat with Clara in her garden, watching the birds flit around and listening to the wind rustle through the trees. We'd been talking for hours about life, about the wisdom of aging, and about how she had managed to keep her youthful appearance all these years. Finally, she leaned in and said, "You know, dear, there's one last thing that ties it all together, vitamin E. It's the final touch to this whole journey of self-care." I remember feeling a bit puzzled at first, as I had heard of vitamin E, but I never realized its full power. Clara explained that vitamin E, like the other vitamins she had shared with me, wasn't just a quick fix. It was a deep nurturing process that helped your body heal, protect, and thrive. Vitamin E is a powerful antioxidant, and it plays a crucial role in protecting your skin from the damage caused by free radicals. This vitamin helps maintain skin moisture and elasticity, reducing the appearance of wrinkles and fine lines. And, as we age, keeping our skin soft and supple is one of the most important aspects of feeling youthful. Clara, even at her advanced age, had skin that looked years younger than most women her age. It wasn't just about the beauty of her skin, it was about the care she took to protect it. She shared that she incorporated vitamin E-rich foods into her diet, like nuts, seeds, and avocados, and she also used natural oils, like almond oil, to keep her skin hydrated and nourished. But the true power of vitamin E, Clara taught me, wasn't just in its effect on the skin. It's a vitamin that heals from the inside out. It supports immune function, improves circulation, and can even help reduce the signs of age spots. But most of all, it works to keep your skin glowing and vibrant, no matter your age. The real magic, though, was in how Clara approached it. It wasn't about perfection. It was about balance. She didn't stress about every wrinkle. She didn't obsess over every gray hair. She focused on giving her body the nourishment it needed to age gracefully. She knew that each stage of life was a beautiful one, and that with the right care, she could continue to feel beautiful, radiant, and full of life. And that's the final lesson that I want to share with you today. Looking younger and feeling vibrant isn't about turning back the clock. It's about honoring your body, nourishing it with the right vitamins, treating it with love, and allowing it to age with grace and confidence. These three vitamins, vitamin C, vitamin D, and vitamin E, are simple, natural, and accessible. They give your body what it needs to stay strong, healthy, and radiant inside and out. And if you begin incorporating them into your daily routine, I believe you'll see the difference. Remember, the secret to timeless beauty is not in chasing youth. It's in embracing each stage of life with dignity and self-care. It's about allowing your body to glow, not from the outside, but from within. So, as you move forward from here, I encourage you to take these lessons with you. Nurture your body, honor your health, and above all, remember that beauty has no expiration date. You are beautiful at every age, and the wisdom of your years only adds to that beauty.